Close the door, put out the light. No, they won't be home tonight. Snow falls hard and don't you know? Winds of Thor are blowing cold. Wearing steel that's bright and true. They carry news that must get through. Oh, they choose a path where no one goes. My apologies to Robert Plant. Anyway, I hope you're all feeling good. I hope there's no reason that that's not possible. Or there is. Yeah, is that double negative? Whoa, it's a bit early in the morning. That's why I'm drinking a nice, well, a very ordinary cup of coffee. But there you go. That's all one can deal with. So, I haven't really told you much about what's going on recently. I've just been plugging away, you know, as it has to be. And I'm actually wearing 2 layers today. Not that it's cold, it's just that I just sort of put this on without really seeing what I was doing this morning. It's a dull-ish day, but it's certainly very warm still. It's probably in the 20s or very late teens, maybe. Centigrade, that is, of course. Now, I've been watching. I always do watch, download stuff and bring it and watch it in the comfort of my own shed. And well, Del's always good. He, he's always top form for me, and sometimes he even excels that standard. Anyway, the other people I'm really enjoying at the moment. I thought Merle's last hangout was really, well, it wasn't a hangout, whatever it was. It was great. Merle, what you said at the end about just speak your mind, have no fear. Very relevant, and let's hope we can all do that. I know I don't always do that. I've got quite a few fears from different places that stay with you. I think they call you demons. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's, it did relate to me quite a bit, what you said. So cheers for that. And Antonio, actually, I thought he had a good few lines to say. Can't remember what it was called now. Oh dear, I'm shit, aren't I? I really am at this. I should have all written down in notes, but I never do. Anyway, he was talking about all the reasons why it matters. That's right. That's what it was called. Why it matters. I was talking to a chap over the weekend, and I was telling him exactly what I knew. It's not a belief, it's knowledge. And he just said, well, I just get on with my life. And you've probably heard that a lot if you've talked to people about this subject. The subject being the Earth obviously not a spinning ball. And I just thought, yeah, but you just don't get it, do you? You know, and I don't want to offend people, that blatantly. So I'm not gonna say you fucking idiot, shake him, fucking idiot. I'm not gonna do that. So that's true. It's not me, but that's what I was thinking. Well, kind of. I thought, yeah, nice, comfortable existence. Yet, how about considering what reality really is and the deception that's going on and the people who are telling you lies? Why, just withdraw from that part of society. Don't withdraw from society. Don't, close your curtains and lock your doors and don't go out. Just get everything delivered by Tesco's. Don't do that. That's not what this is about. It's about, don't participate in the nonsense. It's quite obvious, really. And if you stop the nonsense, participating in the nonsense should slowly diminish and die. Nobody would do it anymore. See, they've just launched this. Well, they've just sent a firework up into the sky. This is NASA. Now, the cover story for this is that it's going to be a probe that goes very close to the sun. Well, it was the closest it would ever get to the sun when it started to go back down in its parabolic arc and land in the sea. That's the closest it got at its apex. Yet the story, like I say, is they're going to send this probe to the sun and study it. I wonder if it had a tape measure on board and somebody's holding the other end. It's all bollocks, people. It's not happening. You think that really is going on, and then you've got a lot of research to do. And it just saddens me greatly to hear the announcer telling me this on the radio. I'm thinking to myself, how many people now are being deceived by this bullshit? And what can I do about it? Well, the only thing I can do about it really is tell other people it's bullshit and don't support NASA in any way. Don't big them up. Don't have car stickers, or don't buy any of their memorabilia or plastic toys or whatever shit that they probably sell. I have a friend who did go to Florida, and while he was there, he looked at he must have gone to the I can't remember, it's Cape Kennedy or whatever it is, where the lunar lander is on show. It's on display. You can look round it, take photographs, that sort of thing, I think. And he said, this was quite a while ago, and he, years, and he probably 10, no, longer than that, 15 years ago probably, he said they never went to the moon in that. They never went to the moon, obviously. But that's great, because even though he probably had to pay money to look around this thing, that is kind of supporting NASA. But then if you come away with the conclusion that it's all bullshit, then that's money well spent, in my opinion. So Antonio was talking about the reasons why it matters, and I would look at that video if you, well, I would just advise you to look at it, because it does matter. Of course it matters. In fact, it matters so much, I do this. I wouldn't do this if it didn't. You're joking. And when you do this, you expose yourself as a flat earther, and people then, well, you open yourself up to ridicule, which I don't care about. I really don't care. But other people may care. And it's a big step. It was a big step for me to expose myself, my face, hello, and talk about anything, whatever it may be. But this was an obligation, is an obligation. So that's why I'm doing it. Although I may not reach many people, that doesn't matter. If I just persuade 2 or 3 people, I know I have persuaded a couple already, to look into it, to realise that the Earth cannot be a spinning ball. It's scientifically preposterous for that to be. So, and the other channel I'm dead keen on is Pete and Peter. I think they do great stuff. Although they've kind of veered off the track as regards flat Earth. There's only so much you can do about that. You just repeat yourself constantly, and that's fine, because that's what they've done to us. That's how we all believed at one time that we did live on a spinning ball, because it's constant. It's repeated time and time again, through words, through images, on the media. Most television production companies have not necessarily the Earth, but a lot of them do have the Earth as a ball. A lot of them just have some globe or other, and even that burns into your subconscious and makes you, well, it just reaffirms the nonsense that we're living on a spinning ball. That's utter bullshit. You see it, you hear it, global, across the globe, all this nonsense. It's all scripted. It's all meant to be. So we are hypnotized by this. So anyway, Pete and Peter, they've well, they have, in my opinion, completely destroyed what we thought water was, hydrogen and oxygen. There's just no way it's hydrogen and oxygen. Absolutely no way. And now they're into the photosynthesis of plants, which is very interesting to me, because I love plants. I'm a bit of a horticulturalist. Horticulturalist. I can't say that now. And I won't try again, because I just make even more foolish sounds with my mouth. But I'm sure when I switch the camera off, it'll just come to me like that. I'll be able to say it. Yeah, Pete and Peter, whatever you think, they said that some flat earthers don't like the fact that they're not sticking to the subject. So what? It's up to them what they do, and it's up to the people who watch them to watch them or not. What's the problem? If you don't like it, go somewhere else. As with anything. Yeah, people get too precious about other people, and it's their, you can't control their mind, although, yeah, people have tried. Anyway, time's up. Goodbye.